All right, Coach, just give us your thoughts on tonight's match. Scoreless at the half, and then a couple goals here and there.
Yeah, so I think it was obviously a difficult match. The way I think the match went is we didn't impose ourselves on FAU. We didn't possess the ball the way that we typically do. We didn't move the ball the way we typically do, and we gave the ball away. We gave the ball away in some dangerous areas, and they countered on us. They were really good in that aspect. I think as well, when they had the ball and they were building out, they did a really good job in terms of playing direct. And even if we were picking up the first balls, they were picking up the second balls, especially in the first half. That's where a lot came from. Goal kicks, same thing. They made it real difficult for us to play. We ended up losing the ball in some dangerous areas on goal kicks, and they got a lot of momentum from that, and we didn't really establish ourselves in the way that we like to, which is that we control the ball, we move the ball up the field, we rushed forward a lot and lost the ball, and then you can't counter press at that moment. You can't press, and then they're able to again come back down and cause us problems.
So you kind of mentioned how the team lost the ball, kind of heading out, playing out of the back.
Yeah.
How can you see a fix that going into the next match?
Well, I think play quicker. I think what happens is at least in this game, you have the ball, you open up to play an option, you wait, you take an extra touch, then there's less space for that player. That player gets the ball. If he does the same thing, then there's even less space for the next player, and you make things difficult. And the other thing is not only play quick, play the simple option, and play it early. Now you've got more time, you've got more space. I think at times we held on to the ball too long. We didn't play that simple option. We tried to force balls into areas that we shouldn't have, and we lost it, and that caused problems. So we have to make better decisions, and we have to just play simpler and quicker.
Was this a similar issue that you had against Memphis last time, or do you think that this was a bit of a different thing from that?
This one felt different. I feel like against Memphis, we started really slow, but then by the second half, and then when we got back on the field after the rain delay, that was not a problem. Now, FAU met us higher than Memphis. Memphis really sat in a low block, and so they gave us much more space to play. And at that point, some of those decisions are made for you. There's just not the same sort of options. So I think in this game, we had to make better decisions because FAU wasn't just gonna concede all that space to us. But similar issue in terms of not being at the right speed.
How would you say playing in conference now that you've had Temple, Memphis, and FAU is different from your non-conference matchups?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think from a level standpoint, I don't think the level's very different team to team. I think the intensity of the games goes up. And I think you look at FAU's celebration at the end of the game and how much that meant to them to come here and beat us on our own field. That was a massive win for them, and that's how they celebrated it. And so the intensity, the 3 points that are on the line, the championship that's on the line, the chance to qualify for your conference tournament that's on the line, all of that adds to the game. And to be honest, I think we needed to be at a higher level in terms of like our intensity and our willingness to compete. I don't think we matched the level that we needed to in that game.
So we saw Bam play on the left and the right. Can you give me just your thoughts on his performance tonight?
I think there were some really good moments. He can be a threat. He's a young player as well, so he has to learn some of the finer details of how to be dangerous. I think Bam is a really good player, a really talented player, and I think he can be even more dangerous than he was tonight, and than he was against Memphis. But of course, he's only in his first year, so he continues to get better, and I think he's going to be really good in the future.
He got the assist with helping Luca Dorado get his goal for the night. He's joined the top 10 all-time scorers in UCF history with after getting past his 23rd. Can you just talk about how much of a difference maker having him on the pitch is?
Oh, Luca?
Yes.
No, Luca, just, he's always a threat. He's always working. He's always putting himself in dangerous places. And when we feed him the ball, when we get him the ball in those areas, he's incredibly dangerous. And he scores goals. And it's so important to have a 9 that is going to be a threat that scores goals. And on top of it, he's a great culture player. He's a great team player. He's incredible in the locker room. He's a great person as well. So he makes us better. He makes us better on the field, but he makes us better in every way possible.
What do you think this team needs to do in order to recover going forward? I mean, you're facing SMU you guys have a rivalry going last time in conference play. So what do you think this team needs to do in order to pull out the W?
Well, I think we have to elevate our competitive level. We have to elevate our work rate, and then we have to play simpler and quicker, and play and be more the team that we're capable of being in terms of the possession aspect and how we create chances. And I don't know that we looked like that tonight.
Good. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.